I got anti-team Toronto with me, and that's how it is. We're taking the streets, baby.
Right away when you guys met, you guys clicked.
And the door opens, and who's literally sitting there is literally Dolph.
This is a no-brainer for us.
Let's go, Cult Media. It's JesseTheA&R for Cult Media. Let's go, baby. We got ASAP Shooter in the fucking building with his anti-gang. Voila!
Yo, what's good? It's ASAP Shooter again, back at it. Shout out to Cult Media and Jesse for doing this up once again. You hearing me? I got anti-team Toronto with me.
Yes, sir.
And that's how it is. We're taking the streets, baby.
So what? You when I touched base with you, you were like, I just want to let the people know what anti-Toronto means for the street and like what kind of street brand it is. So like bring us into where was it created? Like where was the idea formed? And was it clothing first?
I'll pass it on to Randolph.
Randolph.
He created it in his mind, but this guy gave me a call, and we just got dark thoughts. That's how it is.
Dark thoughts.
I wouldn't want to say necessarily dark, but the way it goes is we want to know about the way it started. You know, me and Angus over here, we met through mutual friends, and just checking in once in a while.
So when's this? Like 10 years ago, 15 years ago?
No, I was
3
last
weeks
year.
ago? Last year.
October was our 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got a little anniversary.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I'm not playing that. No, it's important shit. Because so right away when you guys met, you guys clicked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We just have like very mutual interests, and we just like put it together and it works.
So did you guys always kind of want to do a clothing label, or where did the anti-name start?
So truth be told, this is just we'll go back to the story. Just one day after work, caught him downtown on the train, and I was actually working with someone else,
right?
One of my childhood friends. He had a clothing line, and I'm always into the whole clothing thing. I think it's fun.
Right.
A lot of my influencers, the people I've fucked with fashionably, like, is the reason why I want to get into this stuff. It's like you support all these guys, but somewhere you gotta start supporting yourself, right?
Right.
Like doing something for yourself.
So who's some people that you would look up to in the fashion industry?
I go Travis Scott.
Right.
Those guys, even musically, he's one of my favorites. And Kanye West, A$AP Rocky, Playboy Cardi.
Right.
All these guys, like, they're just out of this world when it comes.
So you catch the man on the train.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking before, you know, like, where I was working before Dolph, would come in and, be like, yo, Angus, I need some design work. And then because of that, Dolph even mentioned we vibed really well, like graphically, like what he was talking, like, it's really easy for me to like kind of grasp and see like, okay, like I can see a direction with this.
Right.
And it was just funny, like literally as Dolph was mentioning, like I was downtown, I think I was skating, and I just literally were just catching the train, and the door opens, and who's literally sitting there is literally Dolph.
And I'm high out of my mind.
On what drugs?
I was smoking some weed after.
Just weed.
I actually work at a dispensary.
Good to know.
Yeah. So I literally right after I was.
So you're frazzled.
Yeah.
He opens the door. You see this tall, lanky skateboarding kid.
I see him like,
you think you're gonna get robbed for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
It's over for you.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck.
He's gonna jack your anti-hat right off your bean top.
Yeah, everything, man. I was like, damn, bro. Like, no, but he pulled up on me and he's like, yo, so when you wanna do this? Like you have these designs, like, if you're not, like,
so you had the anti-design.
No. So this was when I was with my other boy doing his.
It's just water for the haters.
So I was doing.
No.
Pour up, man. I was doing with one of my boys. He has his own clothing line. So shout out Arts and Crafts. These guys, they've been around for a while now.
I think I heard of them still.
Yeah, they have the signature sauce. That's their. If you've seen the stickers, it's like almost everywhere in the city.
That's where I've seen it.
Yeah, stickers like everywhere.
Right.
But I was with them for a bit, and then I was bringing, because I know he does the graphic work. So I was like, yo, is there any way you can do this type of graphic on this type of t-shirt? Like, and that's how it started. He saw it, he's like, yo, this is dope, man. He's like, if you ever have any of your own shit, then like, don't be afraid to hit me up. Let's do it.
So Anti is born.
And that's how it is. That's how it goes. And then it was like, next step was like, yo, what's the name?
Yeah.
Right.
And then that's when I'm like, we're just bouncing back and forth with names, and I'm like, yo, I think Anti is perfect.
Right.
'Cause at the time, that's me. That's my mentality.
You're just feeling anti.
I mean, like the whole thing with the anti is like people put this negative narrative.
Right.
But if you look at the definition, it just means opposed and against.
Yeah, and that's all right too.
Yeah,
people get so bent out of shape with people that have their own opinion on something. It's like, how dare you have your own opinion?
That's what I mean, right?
And it's like, I think people are just more like awakening to like, no, I can have my own ideas and my own mind, and like, we don't have to follow the same.
You don't have to follow suit, man.
We don't have to follow the path that you've chosen.
Yeah, or
You
whatever.
know, I actually just did this art piece at like 4 a.m. the other day, and it was just like, speaking about like anxiety and depression and how I feel it's misdiagnosed. It's like, no, we're oppressing, like, think back 90,000 years. Like, this might sound like a crazy rant, whatever. But if you think back like 90 years when man made its first tool to fish, you know, we've evolved so much from them as a human, like as mankind. So we're oppressing ourselves by following, like, don't tell me what path to take. Don't tell me what you think is good. You know, it's just like, get on this train and follow it and don't ask any questions. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, yeah, it's got a negative connotation to it. Some people think, but, you know, being anti is not, it's just asking questions. So then you meet this guy, this wild face tattoo man.
Yeah. Okay, so
where did you see ASAP Shooter? The guy. Oh.
Let me tell you this. Yeah, so let me tell you. I met this guy a long time ago.
Right.
Probably like 2013, 14.
Where?
We used to line up for shoes, believe it or not.
So you met him. Matt, I used to be out there, believe it or not.
So I was always in that culture. That's why like this all works out for me.
Shoe, basketball. Did you know he used to be a big baller?
Yeah.
Dog, he'll dribble the shit out of the basketball.
I don't know. I mean, if you check the highlights for
Don't even read that up, bro.
Yo, we need to play a highlight of ASAP Shooter doing like a big layup right now, like a big
clip. I'm gonna send a clip. I think he's got his ankles buckled.
Relax.
Oh, you got that clip?
It's on.
Yo, stop.
Yo, stop it.
Yo, that's going in there.
Oh man.
For real.
No, but this is my guy, bro. I mean, like that's how it started though. We met at sneaker lineups.
Right.
I used to work at Champs back in the day.
Oh, so you were the plug-ons. Don't say it. Don't say it online, but you were the plug. Everybody was like, yo, you got someone that works at Champs or Foot Locker?
I mean, yeah, back in the day, that's how big the sneaker community was.
Of course.
Right?
Still is. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I mean, now it's all this raffle bullshit.
Yeah, it's a lot
you know,
different.
it's not like the same where I remember back in the day, I used to line up for shoes. Like, probably the longest I've done was like a day and a half.
Like hard time. Fam. That's pen time.
And it's just like you can't leave your spot. You leave your spot, you're gone.
You're toast.
You're toast.
Don't even think you're gonna go wait in your whip.
Yeah, not even through the cold, everything.
Facts. The last time I did that was the Bulls over Broadway.
Yeah, the tens.
The tens.
The red ones.
Yeah, and I waited, and I got up super early and went to this boot fucking nowhere town mall, and I waited in my car, and they're like, it was at that point I was like in my 30s, and I was like, dog, you get your fucking priorities together. Like, dog, it's a work day. It's like 3 a.m. You've woken up to get a fucking triple espresso and sit and wait in line to pay $300 for shoes.
This literally just happened to me recently. Like with these.
It's a sick game, isn't it?
It's crazy. Like I said, like I started to relive those moments. Like as of this week.
Right.
I mean, this past week.
Which drop?
This Jordan 1 Mochas.
Oh, stop it! Right. I can't even look anymore.
Yeah. No. So it was like even then it was a lineup too, but this time the store like we didn't know if it was gonna drop.
Right.
And it didn't.
Question: if someone has got on 4A replica 5s, can you tell right off the jump us? Good replicas.
I'll be honest, probably not.
Oh, you hear that?
Now they're getting too good.
I'm not saying that.
They're getting too good.
Okay, so now as a sneakerhead, are you opposed to buying like those exclusive releases that you're not gonna get unless you're gripping out $20K? Are you okay to buy a what do you call it? In the fours, not trips, quads? You call them quads like the Launos?
Oh, you mean like grails?
I don't know. Is that what that is? Like 4A is called Grail?
Like the fake ones.
Yeah.
No, can never convince myself to buy a fake pair of shoes.
Because I have. And I can sleep at night.
You know, there's no. Listen, I don't.
I rocked them proud as fuck too. They were the Bel Air 5s.
I don't get at people. I don't get at people for wearing fake.
Get at me. No, I'm
whatever you do, whatever you choose.
So no, as a sneakerhead, then that's a big no.
For me,
Right.
at least,
You're out.
I'm out. Yeah.
ASAP, are you out or what?
I'm out, but I don't.
You're out.
I don't even
out.
wear.
Logan, in or out? Out. Logan's out. Are you out?
Oh, for sure.
I'm rocking fake Yeezys right now. What? $60.
Yeah, you see, fake it till you make it.
No, I'm not. I'm playing. These are real. No, I'm just playing. These are real.
But anyways, back to the story with ASAP. So like I said,
So ASAP.
we met through obviously sneakers, and then he used to come check me all the time
Right.
when I was working, and he was with his little brother, and his brother was
The
balling.
baller.
Yeah.
He's still balling.
Yeah, I think I used to see him all the time pop by Yorkdale because they used to have the tournaments in Downsview.
Yo, we were just talking about it.
right.
Mm-hmm.
They had like the Filipino League and stuff like that.
What is it? The BPA, right?
Oh, yeah, Filipino League. Yeah.
Yeah, and they used to have it's called Mabuhay Cup. It's like their tourney, and they would stop by because these guys, they would play their games, and they would have another game at like 3:00. They would start at like 9,
Right.
have a game at 3:00, and then they're not gonna go back home. Some of these guys live far.
Right.
Like he lives in Scarbs, so they just go to Yorkdale. It's right there.
Right.
He used to come in all the time, and then that's how we just clicked every time. I used to see this guy almost every weekend because these tournaments happen all the time.
Right.
And then
And ASAP's buying kicks all the time.
yeah,
Yeah, he is.
He
He
is.
was. He's a
I
kick.
was before.
He's a kickaholic.
Yeah, he was. And then I remember that he started photography,
Right.
right?
ASAP, isn't it addiction buying shoes, buying sneakers?
Yeah, well,
Can
yeah,
you get into a psychotic addiction where you're spending every cent you make on sneakers?
It was before, man, but I'm not really into it no more, man.
Put a dollar value on the amount you've spent on sneakers.
Should ask Dolph that after.
Collectively.
Probably less than 2. I didn't really have that
2
much.
million?
No, man, 2,000, bro.
2,000?
Yeah, I'm not really a big. I had only the certain ones that I want. I'm not like
Right.
I release every
You're
release.
not a hypebeast.
I'm not a hypebeast like this guy right here.
So you
All
would call
Travis
your-
Scott shoes right here, man. Get
you would call yourself a hype beast.
Yeah, I call myself a hype beast.
Would you say that you've negotiated a set amount that you spend on sneakers a month, or are you just out of
No,
control?
I'm out of control.
Who's
out of
negotiating
control.
with?
Yeah.
This guy would definitely bend his Travis ones right in front of you.
No, he wouldn't bend
Oh,
it.
no,
My
I-
son won't
Isn't
walk
it
on
too?
his thing.
But see, that's the difference. Like you got these kids that are just I can never like.
He
they
won't
can't-
walk properly.
Yeah, for me,
I was like, bro, walk. You look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You're embarrassing me.
So
You're an embarrassment.
For me, a shoe's
Joke.
a shoe, so I'm just gonna wear it. Right. That's why I classify myself as a different hype beast because I wear my shit.
Right.
Hype beasts like to keep their stuff on ice and like put it in glass case. I wear my shit all the
Right.
time till they're done.
Till they're
Till
done.
they're done.
How done?
Like beat to the ground. That's
Like
these guys,
beaters.
Yeah,
I know that's the term.
Yeah, I mean,
Favorite shoe? No. Favorite Jordan?
My favorite Jordan,
Right. Just the number.
just one.
The ones.
Yeah.
Those are my least favorite.
Really?
Wow.
What?
Interesting.
he's anti ones. Anti ones.
You know what? I think it's because I fucking rocked Air Force for so long. It's like, you know how like when you're young and you get really drunk on vodka and you're just like, I'm done with the vodka.
Yeah.
Right? I did the Air Force so much and the ones are just like
Reminds
Air
you,
Forces
it's
to
a
me.
higher.
But like cement 3s.
Mm.
Or the Black Cat 4s.
I was gonna wear the cement
Or the
3s today.
5s. Oh, I'm not too hot on the 6s.
Yeah, mine's ones and my alternate number is 4.
The 4s are fire, eh?
Because I had the Toro 4s.
Yeah, the 4s.
Yeah.
Cement 3s. And then the 12s. You can't forget the 12s.
No, I don't go past 12. I don't go past 11.
You don't think the 12s are fire?
I like.
Wait, whoa, okay, this is a good question. So are 12s like, whoa, what are you doing way in the 12s?
I don't know. I only go. 2 is not for me.
No.
10s, 9s, and then past whatever 11, that's not for me.
No,
You
the
like
11s are
11s?
trash.
No, I like 11s, but I only like 11.
Oh, you
I only
don't-
like Space Jam 11s. That's it. But I don't. Those are the numbers I don't go at those lists. Okay, back to this guy's story.
Back to the story.
Okay.
We talk about how me and this guy met.
Right.
So I
Right.
left off at, he just started photography.
Right.
And then I just remember this guy shooting. And like anything else, right, at the beginning, it was kind of choppy.
What was it?
Photography. It was
What?
kind of choppy. His photography was kind of choppy.
Oh, you're saying it was shit. Whoa.
At first, but I mean, hey man, you gotta fail
So
to
he's
succeed,
like,
right?
okay, so he's like, yo, I'm doing photography now. Check this. And you're like, it's choppy.
Yeah.
Did you tell him that right away?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, what a waste.
No, but I mean, he at that point when he started doing that, I didn't see him as much in person.
Right.
He was.
You were just supporting, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, like if he ever did anything like crazy, like I don't know, I probably would have been like DM'd him. Like again, back in the day, we weren't that close. We were like just kind of we had mutual understanding of who we.
Right.
Yeah, acquaintances of who we were.
So then how does he get involved with Auntie? Because he
No,
fits
so-
the... It
No,
fits
so okay, hold on.
perfect.
So exactly, so what happened is this guy started to blow up in photography, and then I'm like, yo, this guy's sick. Shit's
Right,
dope.
then, yo, so then you're like, oh, fuck.
No, this guy's dope. And then it was one night, he got the ultimate cosign.
He knows.
He got
Your
all-
Mama Duke's message on it is like,
No, come
I'm
on.
so proud.
No.
He got the ultimate Toronto cosign.
Ultimate.
He got the
Oh, the TTC was like, you get free TTC rides for life.
no. So he got the Drake cosign.
Who?
He got the Drizzy cosign.
Never heard of him.
Who's that guy? No, but he got the Drizzy cosign.
Yeah.
And then immediately unfollowed everyone.
He did.
Yeah.
Good for you.
This guy
And
ghosted
I implore everyone to do that.
Ghosted everyone.
Good.
And I was like, damn. I'm like,
I'm
yo.
happy for you that you did that.
I'm like,
No,
damn.
I'm really happy for you that you did that.
And I was like, yo, fuck, man, this guy's killing me right now.
Oh, you too. You caught the ghost too.
He ghosted everyone.
You caught the Holy
Ask-
Ghost
ask
quick.
anyone, ask
Remember saying
anyone.
my shit was choppy? You're the first one on the block. You look for
Ask
you
anyone.
first.
Ask anyone. Ask anyone how they met ASAP. They're gonna give you the exact same story. He knows. They're gonna give you the exact same story.
Well, it's just undeniable that he, ASAP. How did I meet ASAP Shooter? That's not how I did. How did I? With Tori, right?
Young Tory, yeah.
And then I found out, and then I'm like, oh, this fucking guy's on Blog TO or something.
Yeah.
And it was this story about Drake following you, and I was like, say a word, ASAP's out here like that. He's a guy out here.
Yeah. And pretty much after that, fast forward, that was maybe around 2000, was that 15, 16?
No, that's when it started. That's when I started.
Yeah, that's when his story blew out the roof. Mind you, I was still following him. Even after he gave me the unfollow, I was still following him.
Oh, so you're feeling a ways.
Yo, man. this guy
Back
hurt.
then, everybody was feeling
Yeah.
ways.
But you got to do that.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. So
ASAP gets on and cuts everybody off. No, that's blessed though. How did that feel?
Of what?
Like, okay, you know what? Hold on, pause, because we've already had this conversation, right? But that other video is fucked in the wind. So we should tell that story, no? Or just move past it.
No, I just moved past it.
I agree. Where were we?
yes, you got the Drake cosign. This was like 2015,
No, 2016, that's when I got
16, yeah. And then we clicked back again, late 2016, early 2017.
Yeah.
Right,
Through another mutual friend that we had.
right.
And then I was like, yo, you should just like, and we were with a mutual friend that we know.
Right,
And I introduced him to the people I was hanging out with.
right.
And I'm like, yo, just come out to this party, this and that. And that was it. And we just started partying together, having fun.
Right.
And then fast forward now, maybe about last year, things changed, and I started to do my own thing. And he reached out. He reached out to me, said, yo, this is dope.
He saw the brand Anti.
Yeah, actually, no. The way it goes is we had a group chat, and I'm like, yo,
Right.
I'm starting this thing called Anti. this and that, and this is what it's about. And he's like,
You're
yo,
like, I fuck with
and
it.
that's exactly what he said.
Right.
He's like, yo, I'm fucking anti all the way.
Right.
Because he's,
Yeah, it fits his...
it's
so
his,
well.
He
his
needs a
aesthetic.
photo shoot, eh? Look at him. The fucking rock star.
It's his aesthetic.
Who knows
bro.
what he's thinking about? What's in his... fuck. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna zoom in and just, like, have titties in your mind and, like,
Yo,
all sorts
I
of
actually
shit.
would post that on my Facebook.
I know. It's gonna be hard as fuck.
But yeah, you know,
He's just, like, staring in... Hello, darkness, my old friend. I
Yo!
hope to... It's just like ASAP. We're gonna zoom in.
so yeah, he had the aesthetic, and I was like, yo, man, like,
Have you ever killed anybody?
no.
Have you ever thought about it?
Once
Okay,
or twice.
just clear in the air.
Yeah.
ASAP. Has there been a time when you're on the side of those roofs where you're thinking like, fuck, mans are just about to die just now?
Well, I would say to them, I have a list.
A list?
You're insane, bro. You can't.
What?
Murder on my list, free Melly, yeah!
Ah! Oh, you know what? Speaking of free Melly, rest in peace, King Von.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then Anti is formed. ASAP is like, I fuck with it. And you guys start really brainstorming. Is that when you come in and just like start really cranking on the designs and shit? Because that's a dope ass shirt.
No, so basically, I actually let him start it. What we were doing was we're gonna start all black and white,
Right.
and everything's gonna be very normal.
Right.
So if you look at our first drops, they're all just black and white T-shirts,
Right.
and
So when did the first drop?
No, that's, so
January.
Okay, yeah. So essentially, we're saying our 1 year anniversary, which is pretty much true for sure. Like last year, October, me and Dolph link up, like the inception of Anti started, right?
Right.
And then what? Our actual, because we weren't just gonna have the inception and just create the brand and then boom, let's just drop everything October. Like we wanted to like marinate, like make sure, as Dolph
Yeah.
was saying, we
Like
wanted
roll
a
it out properly.
proper approach, right?
yeah,
So then we actually launched shirts. What, January? It was actually
January. So yeah, basically from the build up from when we first started to January, it was putting out all these things in terms of
Teasing.
artists, whatever the case, artists or even buildings or whatever shit that we fuck with.
Yeah.
Right.
So what you get from Anti is individually a taste from all three of us.
Okay, wait. Say it again?
What you get from Anti,
Right.
it's individually 1, 2, and 3. It's all of our like what we fuck with.
Like when you get a design.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything there's a process. It's not like some of these brands out here. They just put shit just to put shit on a
Right.
piece of clothing, right?
Right. So,
So-
everything is like passed through you guys.
Yeah.
You
So
guys
I
all
mean,
kind of-
for instance, like this hat, like people don't realize that they think like, yo, this is the Atlanta Braves,
Yeah.
Right.
right? But it's really not, because you see there's a double line, like this is ours.
Right.
Like our logo.
Basically, the double line means does
That
not.
hat's
equal.
hard as fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
That's sold out, eh?
Yeah.
Yo, I missed the pre-order on that. When I saw it on the gram, I was like, yo, I'm fucking cheesed that I missed the
we'll work
pre-order.
something for you.
Yeah.
But
Ah. Yeah.
you see, the does not equal, right?
Right.
And does not equal goes against, right? So you know what I mean? It could all plays hand in hand. with what
Wait,
we're doing.
run that back?
Yeah, it does not. So basically, our A,
Uh-huh.
a regular A has one line.
Mhm.
Ours has two. And
Right.
then if you, because we had the medallion logo,
Yeah.
so you connect it all together,
Right.
it means does not equal.
Right.
And does not
Oh.
equal is like no, right? Not.
You get me.
Right. So even so, something as this, like this design or this hat, this is the 1995 World Series. Who was
Yeah, I
born?
know.
Who was born 1995? He was.
Ah.
Right. So this is. This,
95, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, a little young you.
Yeah, a little young.
Right. And then again with this life goes on in the back.
Right.
Right, for
Where does
him-
that come from?
So it's like even this life goes on regardless if, right? Specifically, we all have gone through so much shit that no matter what, life goes on.
Yeah, unless you die, that's it.
Pretty much.
It goes on or you're dead, that's it.
Pretty much.
Like life doesn't wait for no one.
Fact.
And that's our mentality. It's like we just keep it moving. Right? 2020, like it's been a shit year, but you gotta
You know
keep
what?
moving.
2020's been great to me. I
Yeah, it's
can't
been a
lie.
blessing. I'd say it's been a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, for
You know what I mean? A lot of us like we figure ourselves, a lot of
Figured
self-
out the people we like and really actually hate.
Yeah. That's actually facts.
I feel like it's forced people to like be closer to their families,
Of
whether
course.
for good or bad.
Yeah, for sure.
And like it's just kind of forced people to like be outdoors more and just I don't know. 2020's been a fucked year, but I don't know. It's been a great year.
Yeah, I mean, especially, you know, I would say like my lifestyle before COVID, every weekend, nightlife industry,
Nightlife.
getting drunk in the weekend.
See, my life before COVID, great. My life during pandemic, riddled with drug use. No. I'm joking.
Just had too much spare time on your
No, I was.
Where's the needles?
No, I'm just. No.
But
No, I'm just saying that because I know the pandemic like wreaked havoc on mental. It's a mental health
of course,
catastrophe.
100%.
Yeah.
But you know that, you know, doing that, it kind of not forced me, but I was like I thought more about people
Right.
and like checking up on people, right?
Right, you
Especially
do.
through times like this, right? You want to check up. You know, you're not able to see people for a while because you're just trying to stay safe, but you want to check up on their well-being, right?
Right.
So I did a whole lot of that, checking up on people, and then you start to realize, you know, certain people aren't checking for you. So then at the same time, like you realize, okay, maybe, you know, this person wasn't real in the first place.
Yeah, you know, and then sometimes I also get petty. Like, my buddy Mike, great friend, and he posted this thing with this girl, and he's like, all I need is you, baby, and something. And I just to be a dick, I messaged him. I was like, saying you're goofing me, saying you're not checking for me.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just playing. We're gonna cut that right out.
Well, I would say, like, especially for it going on with the whole COVID thing, like, it put us in an interesting position because obviously when we started it, like, as we said, like, last October, like, everybody in the world wasn't thinking, like, 2020 would come to a halt. So obviously, like, in a little bit of retrospect, you could look back, it's like, wow, like, we literally started a clothing brand in 2019, you know, like, with a little bit of a year growth, and then you get hit with 2020, right? So
Yeah.
that in itself, you know, like, we have an online store, and obviously we do a lot of, like, in-person interactions, but I would say it was interesting. It definitely forced us to kind of rethink our approach too, as well, right? On top of like us having our own time and our thoughts and thinking about the brand. But with that, like me and Dolph would always talk about, you know, how we want to see the future of the brand with Anti and like the exact example of pieces that we'd want to do. More
Right.
custom pieces, more cut and sew,
Yeah.
what have you. Like we want to move in the direction of just like more interesting clothing ideas to actually make us stand out. And I would say in COVID, for example, like even the hoodies that, you know, Dolph is wearing, the hoodies that we released, it was almost like a product of us having the time to experiment because we had free time. And I know in the case, like right now, I'm wearing the original hoodie that actually spawned all of this because of COVID. And like, we literally were just, you know, obviously in our own time, there was a point where we weren't linking up as much. We weren't meeting as much in person, discussing ideas. So there was a point where, you know, we were just thinking like, okay, like what are the next step, guys? What are the next step? We have ideas like, oh, we should experiment with more stuff. Let's take this opportunity as a break to really like think about, let's play with mediums and see how we go. And then from it, you know, I had a little machine. We had some vinyl cut. We created this design. We slapped it on a hoodie. We put it on Instagram. We had really good feedback. And from there, we're like, okay, well, we weren't actually planning on diving into hoodies that quick. But because of that and the uncomfortability that, you know, COVID provided us to really rethink and like kind of think, okay, what's ahead? Like we already dropped our first shirts. Like we want to move forward. And happen to be, you know, times were changing, weather is changing. Like, why not we start dropping hoodies? Because people were asking for it. And here we are.
So what's the next drop?
Oh.
You got a next drop plan?
So we have our season. Well, we're in season 2 now.
Right.
We have our season 2 lineup. So we got a long sleeve coming up actually in about a week.
A week, yeah.
A week or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're dropping soon.
And then we already have the next after that. So I think that one's gonna be in December. And then who knows? Like maybe in between we might do something.
A surprise drop. Man.
So do you implement like the sneaker kind of releases to the clothing brand?
I would say. I mean, like some of the designs that we come or more so color schemes.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the way they do their releases.
Oh, okay.
You know, like how you're like this release drop is thing, and then the next one. December.
No, because you know what I know what you're talking. So like you're talking about like back in the day where they used to have like a freaking like let's say the Jordan 1 breads came out.
Right.
And then this clothing line would release like the exact same weekend as the bread so people could match.
No. I'm talking about, do you structure your releases like Nike would structure their releases?
So like have images and be like, hey, this is coming in 2 weeks. Like keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I would
For
say
sure.
yes and no. Like we have our aesthetic. We like to move a little bit slowly.
Right.
Again, like it's just steady, just slow and steady. Not trying to get fast, rush into it.
And even with like our first season stuff, like and I've talked to Dolph about this, when we were thinking about the brand, again, like we always say as we were starting it, there's so many brands that are being started every day. Like literally, you know, even if it's in Toronto and California, like you just scroll through your Insta, you see like just bare random sponsored clothing sponsors and or clothing brands. But not only that, sometimes like, you know, you can have a feeling around these brands to be really similar, and that Dolph touched on it, where they maybe just put random graphics together or what have you, and then just put it on a shirt and, you know, go and try and run with it, right?
Yeah, they're trash.
Well, no brands in specific.
ASAP, just staring into nothing. What are you thinking, ASAP Shooter?
No, nothing. Just
Nope.
nothing. Yeah.
What are you excited about with Anti?
I'm excited to like just keep pushing forward and just putting out creative ideas and designs out there for the people, for the streets, you know.
So is it nice for you to be able to like implement your creative ideas and then have them come to life? Like, do you have a lot of creative direction?
Well, yeah, bro. You're the one who came with this T-shirt. Remember the long sleeve?
No, the long sleeve.
Yeah. So this long sleeve that's coming up.
Right.
We all had this idea.
Right.
I had this idea of I'm not gonna drop anything, but I had this idea. I passed it on to him. I passed it on to both of them. I'm like, yo, what do you think we can do?
Yeah.
That's different. He said this, passed it to him, and it just, you know, it's formed. But
Right.
it wouldn't happen if it wasn't for his idea.
Right.
Right? So we work collectively. Like, that's the beauty of it, right?
Proper.
A lot of other brands, you know, like, again, it's just dropping shit just to drop shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like what's really popular, like what's the trend now, and then making some design that matches that trend and then putting out and just keep on going, right? Whereas if you look at us, again, what makes Anti different is who's behind it, us, right? Like, not trying to boost ourselves, but, you know, we're confident in our creative direction that we can put out dope shit. And
So where do you see the future of the fashion industry in Toronto? Like moving towards, because it's really young still.
yeah, like that's you know, I mean, that's our target, like the younger guys, right?
Right.
Because these younger guys are the ones that's gonna be putting on. Like,
No, I meant like the fashion industry in Toronto is
the
still
trend.
like a
The trend,
young,
yeah.
it's still a young like profession. You know, like it hasn't really cracked yet, like Paris and stuff like that.
oh, for sure. I mean, I'm not too sure. I mean, he probably.
I would say like it'd be like it takes a lot of experimentation. Like you see, as you mentioned, Paris, you see New York. Like sometimes you see their fashion is very like, I would say like avant, right? Like not very trendy in the sense like you would see it in Toronto, like how people might just be wearing regular bombers or jackets. You'll see like really crazy pieces these days. And obviously that's why when we were talking about it, like we do want to create this idea of more rare pieces, right? Like I don't want to feel like, you know, it's not just more than clothing. It definitely becomes pieces, and that's the goal that we eventually want to see. And I think, you know, like having little meetings with other fashion designers that do their own cut and sew, like there is definitely going to be a trend of like really, really custom stuff coming, where it be just like pants with like crazy zippers or crazy loops, like, but they're all going to be cut and sewn by certain individuals. And not only that, these jeans, like, I mean, we know certain brands too where they literally will take old existing, for example, like Nike hoodies or whatever, vintage thrifts, and then remaking and then re-adding onto it, so giving it more life. And then part of it is like a sustainability
More
aspect.
life. You're not? Auntie said it here. More life, fam.
Just to speak on to what he's saying about these, like, I just want to shout out. I want to shout out one of my boys. His Instagram is Army de Un, which means.
So say it again.
Army de Un, so Army of One in French.
Well, they ain't never gonna be able to find that unless you spell that.
Well, we'll put it down there. I mean, my boy Shake, he's I don't know. His craft is crazy with the pads. I should have wore it today actually, but again, to him saying about these deconstructing and adding different pieces, like, it's crazy. You guys should just go check him out.
And part of it is that we do eventually want Anti to grow towards that. And to the point, obviously, all fingers crossed that maybe we're leading the way of somewhat influencing the newer brands coming up because they see us and like, okay, this is the direction, this is a vibe, and hopefully it trends, right? And for us, like, obviously we see that in our future, but when we launch, and going back to what you were saying with the monochromatic black and white stuff, was we wanted kind of stuff to be digestible off the gate with our brand. That way, like, we can really I guess, form the better identity, the subculture behind anti.
Right.
Obviously, we have our own individual subcultures, and as touching on to what Dolph was saying, all three of this is what creates anti. Like our own cultures together come together to create the subculture that.
And
is
that's
anti.
actually what cult media stands for. Subculture.
Yeah.
It's the cult subculture
that's
of Toronto.
Yeah, you know.
Because now people look to Toronto as like a cult. Like, look at the way you have people in fucking all over the world talking in patois and like sounding like Toronto guys, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like Toronto's cult subculture.
Well, I mean, like you got like Lil Tecca.
Who's the hottest artist in Toronto?
There's a lot of artists in Toronto.
Yeah.
ASAP. Hottest new artist in the city.
Newest.
Okay.
New.
Who is?
I don't know. Top of the head. Who's the hottest in the city right now?
It's hard, man. I don't know.
You gotta pick.
I would want to say Toronto sound is it's a different type of sound. Like you got the guys who
You're
talk
obvious.
more about the streets, and then you got guys who do more of like the party next door sound where
The
it's
obvious leaders.
yeah, and then you got people who, like personally we know, for instance like my boy Jet Set, and
Right.
he's more into the pop R&B type style. So, I mean, I guess it's all subjective to what you like.
Right.
I can't really put a name on the hottest person out in Toronto.
Who's on your playlist? If you're adding 10 songs to a playlist right now to listen to, who is it?
Toronto rappers or man?
Anybody.
Little Dirk.
Dirk, yo.
Little Skies. I gotta look at my playlist. The Ian Dior for sure.
Yeah?
You got Trippy Red for sure, 100%.
Trippy.
Travis is in there. We got Tyler.
The creator?
No, Tyler.
Can't pronounce
Yeah,
Tyler.
Tyler Wai.
Yahweh.
Yeah, Wai. Yeah, him. He's a sick guy.
Yo, what's that new single he's got?
Who, Tyler? Tyler?
Are we speaking the same fucking language right now? What time is it in the morning?
Which one you talking about?
That one.
Tyler.
Tyler?
Bro, go to his Apple Music page.
I'm trying to confuse you.
No, yeah, I don't know if he had a new one. No, with Tommy Lee remix. That's what I'm talking about.
I have no idea.
That's been August, you freaking guy. This guy tried to trick me. Alright, don't worry about me.
Where can people find your clothing?
Instagram, our website.
Is that your shop? They
We have
get to the
we
shop.
have an Instagram shop.
What's the Instagram?
Anti.Toronto.
So are you a different person now? Who are we speaking with now?
Yeah, who's this guy?
Anti-Mickey.
Okay, come on.
Anti.
Fuck Disney! I'm just kidding.
He loves Disney. And did you see the new Borat?
Yeah, I did.
It's good. I like the girl. The girl's
She's
funny.
good out there.
I haven't watched it.
But you know it's fucked up, man, because Giuliani, he's fucked.
Yo, okay.
No,
Is it
because-
that fucked? He thought he was catching a blowy.
Yeah, but she plays a 15-year-old.
She's 15.
She's 15 in that
She's
movie.
a journalist.
But she's 15. Borat's daughter is 15 in that movie, right? And these guys don't know. Like they think
You're tripping.
I'm being serious.
I heard there's mad hoopla about that.
Yeah.
You haven't watched it.
Guys, like, how old is that guy? He's probably gonna fuck the girl.
He was definitely trying to catch a wazzle.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's like, give me your address and your phone number.
Oh, and he did a little 1-2 pat on the side.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw that too.
Yeah, he's so shout out Sasha, man. He's a good actor.
ASAP Shooter. Can you zoom in on him and his face?
I can edit that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
See what we can do in post. It's beautiful.
Put some demonic shit on my back.
Yeah, you know. You said you wanted to start doing music videos.
Yeah.
No,
man, don't talk about me,
no
man.
confidence behind his words. Come on.
Maybe.
That's another story.
Anti-Toronto. Make sure you go check out their Instagram, anti.toronto. And you got your website up too.
Yes, sir.
What's the website?
www.anti-toronto.com.
Yes, sir.
What do you got there, ASAP? The beautiful bag, by the way.
One
Do
more
you
thing.
bag all your stuff up like that?
Yeah.
We all
Yes,
bag
sir.
it.
This is, so just to talk, this is the one thing that when we started this thing, we wanted to make sure you get the packaging. Because I've been, actually during the course of COVID, I've been doing a lot of online shopping.
Right.
And these guys just give you some fucking
Fugazi ass packaging.
clear plastic bag, this and that, you know?
Right.
So we wanna make sure that when you, as a customer, you get the whole experience, like, oh, you know, you're paying like,
That's actually a really good idea.
you know, I'm surprised. This was a no-brainer for
Yeah,
us.
no, we weren't gonna launch without
a bag.
everything perfect.
So when you have them all lined up, it looks nice,
Yeah,
eh?
of course. Yeah.
Like when it all gets packaged.
Yeah,
and
for
sent to
sure.
you.
I mean,
Do
you
you
should
pa-
see. You should see our. We call it
yeah,
sweatshop.
it's the operation.
It's where we go. We fold. We're just always folding, boom, bagging,
Just placing
stickers.
it all proper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a big part. As a consumer, it always is like,
Yeah.
it's nice when you get like a nice bag
Yeah.
with like a sticker in there. I
Exactly.
see.
Yeah. So for me, like that's
Like
one
to
thing.
deface some property every now and again.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we do this.
Yep. Just like
A lot
that.
of
ASAP Shooter bagging up, baby.
Just like that.
Is that the ASAP Shooter special? That's
Yeah.
hard. Well,
Matter of
y'all
fact-
think that's hard or
Matter
what?
of fact, this is yours.
This is yours, buddy.
Oh, what? Okay. Saying that's the anti-special right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is our most recent drop. This is the No Evil.
This is the
t-shirt.
brand new drop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a No Evil. You got the Hear No Evil.
Oh,
See No
damn.
Respect, No Evil.
Yo, that's real dope, dog.
Yeah, man.
So you guys, all three, you came up with this drop?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Every drop that we do is a collective effort. We all have input.
Yo, this t-shirt's hard as fuck, huh? Sorry. Sorry to cut you off.
Nah, that's all good, bro.
Yo, I really rate this t-shirt. It's
Appreciate
hard as
it.
fuck.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
yeah, no problem.
Thank
man.
you for having us.
For sure.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna wear that and take an Instagram picture in it.
Yes.
Yo, you
Let's
know
go.
the ones.
Yeah, of course, man.
Hey, you know what? Thank you guys so much for coming through. Cult Media, we're here for the city. You know what I'm saying? We're here for ASAP Shooter and Anti and everything you guys got going on. You know what I'm saying? It's important to support. And make sure you go check out Anti-Toronto. Make sure you go check out the website.
Yes, www.anti-toronto. Just want to give a big shout out to my boy in Jersey. Shout out Shooter
Yeah.
Simpson.
Let's go.
That guy's coming up.
Wait, is he an artist? Whoa,
No,
whoa,
he's
whoa. Backtrack.
He runs his own clothing line as well.
Oh, he does.
Yes,
Out in Jersey.
out in Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah, and we're about to have a collaboration.
This t-shirt's hard as fuck.
So shout out.
Oh, damn. I love seeing people collab too.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're all about, right? I mean, like we like to work.
Did you see the ASAP Shooter vest?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
This guy wears it every time. Man.
No. He's his vest. He the one the bulletproof one.
Oh,
He's the one that made it for me.
that's dope.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to do something in the
Yes.
future.
Oh, 100%.
Until then, I'll be wearing the t-shirt like this, just draped on my chest.
Yeah. Again, so shout out Shooter Simpson,
Let's go.
Shout out to shooters.
and then I want to shout out. Who else do I want to shout out? I want to shout out Jet Set.
Yep.
Check out his music. It's dope.
Jet Set
Who's
forever.
Where's he out of Toronto?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's dope.
Are we
dope
gonna have to
music.
add that to the Spotify playlist?
For sure.
For sure.
ASAP Shooter, is that a cult verified
Yeah.
list?
100%,
Whoa,
man.
whoa!
Yeah, I listen to a
You
million.
gotta listen.
Yeah, a million.
A million
A
sick,
million
It's
man.
good.
It's
Straight.
I like the
Music,
visuals.
music video is great too.
Great. Yeah.
Also,
Straight up.
I would like to shout out to my girl, Nadia Stone,
Hey,
for
yes.
collabing for the first time.
Yeah,
with
actually,
Anti.
we had her. We had her.
Wait, your girl, like your girl?
No.
God
My own
damn
girl,
it.
My own girl, you know?
Nadia Stone, is that the girl in the bedroom picture?
Which one?
No, it's the one with the blue hair.
No. Where's my phone?
No, what bedroom picture? No, that's Ashley, bro. Relax.
How do you know?
I know you're talking about.
How do you know?
I
You
know
don't
you're talking
know.
about. She's
You
the
don't
one with
know.
the tattoos.
I'm not sure about
Yes,
it.
that's the only.
You're trying to stop me from going. I'm going.
Look at this
I'm
guy.
telling you. No, that.
Oh,
No, that's
an old.
That's
an
an old. That's Stephanie Knight.
Stephanie who? I'm joking! Holy fuck, I'm
Yeah.
joking. Kill me for it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, this is hard. Yeah, all the anti shit. You know what? As soon as I saw the anti shit, I fucked with it, to tell you the truth.
Appreciate that.
As soon as I saw it, the vibe was curated right. and my guy was behind it, and I feel like he's just the perfect fucking face of it.
Yeah.
It's just, and because it's just natural, you know,
It
like
is natural.
because it was a natural creative process, it just fits properly, you know,
Yeah.
fits his vibe. Make sure you follow ASAP Shooter and everybody else. Links in the description. Let's go. Cult Media, we're out of here.
I got anti-team Toronto with me, and that's how it is. He's taking the streets, baby.
Right away when you guys met, you guys clicked.
And the door opens, and who's literally sitting there is literally Dolph.
This is a no-brainer for us.
Let's go. Cult Media.